Have you ever wondered if a simple habit might influence the way a face appears? Well, some scientific studies suggest that natural behaviors can cause short-term shifts in hormone levels, which in turn may affect muscle tone and skin quality. Many men have questioned whether the frequency of self-pleasure might have a subtle impact on a man's appearance over time. The truth is that testosterone plays a role in keeping the skin firm and maintaining muscle structure in the face. When its levels dip, even if only for a short time, the skin might appear less tight and the muscles around the jaw and cheeks might seem less defined. This effect is usually brief, yet if the behavior is repeated often, it can raise concerns about long-term impact on the face. There is interest in this subject because hormones are an essential part of how the body functions and how the skin and muscles are maintained. Testosterone helps support a firm skin structure and robust muscle tone. A short-term decline in this hormone can mean that the skin does not receive the same support to look firm and vibrant. Research has indicated that these brief drops in hormone levels can be observed after frequent self-pleasure. The skin may seem softer, and there might be a slight loss of muscle definition in the face. Although this change is not permanent, the pattern of frequent behavior may leave a mark over time if the body does not get enough time to fully recover. Many find it important to understand that the effect is not immediate or dramatic, but rather a gradual process that might contribute to a change in appearance when combined with other everyday habits. The focus on this topic is significant because the appearance of the face matters to many. Hormones like testosterone help maintain a defined facial structure, and a drop in these hormones can lead to a softer look. Some men have noticed that after periods of frequent self-pleasure, their face may seem more tired or less chiseled. It is a concern that has been raised in various studies, which show that the temporary hormone changes are real, though not lasting if proper balance is maintained. When these brief periods of lower testosterone happen repeatedly, there is a possibility that a pattern may emerge, leading to subtle shifts in how the face looks over time. This pattern may become more noticeable if other factors such as poor sleep or an unbalanced diet add to the effect. The discussion on this subject matters because it highlights the interconnectedness of body functions. Each part of the body works together, and even a small change in hormone levels can have an impact on appearance. Understanding these links can help guide choices that lead to a more balanced lifestyle. The interest lies in learning more about how natural body processes work and how regular habits can influence them. The inquiry into whether frequent self-pleasure might affect the face brings attention to the need for moderation and balance in everyday life. Scientific research has shown that testosterone plays an important role in maintaining muscle tone and skin firmness. When testosterone levels drop for a short period after self-pleasure, the body usually recovers quickly. However, studies suggest that if these brief declines happen repeatedly, they may create a pattern that could subtly affect the natural structure of the face. Research has measured these temporary changes in hormone levels, and many controlled experiments have found that subjects report a slight decrease in skin tightness and facial muscle definition following frequent self-pleasure. These studies provide evidence that even natural behaviors can influence physical appearance over time if the body does not have enough time to restore its balance. Other research has focused on the link between hormone levels and skin health. In controlled settings, it has been observed that when testosterone levels are lower, the skin does not get the support needed to maintain its firmness. This can result in a look that seems a bit softer and less defined. The findings from clinical studies also show that blood circulation, which is important for a healthy glow, may be affected by fluctuations in hormone levels. A slight reduction in testosterone can lead to decreased circulation, which in turn means that skin cells might not receive the best nourishment. This can gradually contribute to a less vibrant appearance over time. In addition to testosterone, scientific studies have looked at the effects of other chemicals such as cortisol and dopamine. Self-pleasure can trigger a release of dopamine, which is known to bring feelings of pleasure. However, excessive release of dopamine may also lead to an increase in cortisol, a hormone that is linked to stress. Research has found that higher cortisol levels can result in oilier skin, breakouts, or puffiness. This means that frequent self-pleasure, if it does not allow for proper recovery, could lead to a pattern where these hormonal changes begin to affect the overall look of the face. Clinical observations suggest that when the balance of these chemicals is disrupted regularly, it might contribute to subtle changes in skin tone and muscle firmness. Psychological insights from studies also support the idea that habits can influence appearance. Behavioral research has shown that repeated actions may lead to patterns that affect physical features over time. Many scientific papers indicate that maintaining a stable hormonal balance is linked to a more defined and youthful look. These findings come from a range of experiments and clinical observations that focus on the connection between everyday habits and visible signs of aging. The link between hormonal fluctuations and changes in skin and muscle appearance is supported by both clinical studies and everyday observations. Hit the subscribe button if you appreciate health advice. It helps us create more content you can use. The scientific community has not reached a single conclusion on the matter, but the available research points to the importance of balance. Frequent self-pleasure, if done without adequate recovery time, can lead to temporary shifts in hormone levels that might, over time, be linked with subtle changes in facial appearance. The evidence gathered from various studies shows that both testosterone and cortisol have an impact on how the skin and muscles perform. These findings provide a science-based explanation for why moderation is often recommended to maintain a steady and supportive hormone balance. There is a common belief that self-pleasure always leads to negative changes in appearance. However, scientific evidence shows that moderate activity may actually support a healthy hormonal balance. In many studies, moderate ejaculation was linked to improved blood circulation, which can help maintain a natural glow and support skin health. The body is designed to handle natural processes, and occasional fluctuations in hormone levels are usually not a cause for long-term concern. Nonetheless, some misconceptions persist, suggesting that any amount of self-pleasure can harm the face. Research does not support this extreme view. Instead, it emphasizes that balance and recovery are key to keeping the body and skin in good condition. Certain observations have shown that repeated behavior without enough recovery time might lead to temporary changes in hormone levels. For example, when testosterone is low for a short period, some men have noted that the skin may look a bit softer or less firm. These effects, however, are not permanent and do not affect everyone in the same way. It is important to remember that many factors influence appearance, including diet, sleep, and exercise. Even though self-pleasure can affect hormone levels temporarily, a healthy lifestyle with good nutrition and sufficient rest usually helps the body recover quickly. Studies have consistently pointed out that moderation tends to keep hormone levels more stable, reducing any potential negative impact on skin and muscle tone. Another aspect to consider is the role of stress hormones like cortisol. Excessive self-pleasure may trigger higher levels of cortisol, which can sometimes cause oily skin, mild breakouts, or a puffy appearance. These changes are often related to increased stress rather than the act itself. In contrast, controlled and moderate self-pleasure can lead to a release of dopamine, which is associated with pleasure and relaxation. This dopamine release has been observed in several studies to help improve mood and potentially support a relaxed, healthy look. The key message here is that an imbalance, rather than the act itself, is what might lead to noticeable changes. Maintaining an even hormonal balance helps the skin stay vibrant and muscles remain firm. Many clinical insights suggest that the body benefits from routines that allow proper recovery time. When hormonal levels have a chance to stabilize after a period of change, the natural structure of the skin and muscles is better maintained. This means that occasional fluctuations should not cause lasting changes if the body is given enough time to bounce back. There are many reports that show slight shifts in appearance are temporary and largely dependent on other lifestyle choices. A balanced approach, where self-pleasure is part of a broader healthy routine, is often recommended to support overall well-being. Considering the scientific and psychological research available, it is clear that both potential benefits and areas requiring caution exist. While some studies support the idea that moderate activity can boost blood circulation and improve skin tone, excessive activity without proper recovery can lead to temporary changes. The evidence shows that these changes are not drastic, but are instead part of a natural cycle that the body manages. It is helpful to understand that regular habits influence physical appearance over time, and that achieving balance in daily routines plays an important role in maintaining a youthful, defined look. Taking a balanced lifestyle is a strong way to help maintain the best version of a face. Good sleep, regular exercise, and a healthy diet help keep hormones at a steady level. When self-pleasure is part of a well-rounded routine, there is a better chance for the body to recover naturally after any temporary changes. It is important to consider that natural habits can influence how hormones work, and that a gentle approach helps keep the skin firm and muscles defined. Maintaining a balanced routine helps support overall health, and a calm approach to everyday activities can also contribute to a more youthful look. Listening to the body is key. If changes in appearance or feeling more tired are noticed, it may be a sign to review daily habits. Sometimes a small shift in the routine, such as adjusting sleep patterns or adding a bit more physical activity, can help the body bounce back faster. Many findings from scientific studies suggest that moderation and a steady pace support better skin health and muscle tone. If any concerns about changes in appearance persist, it is wise to consider a checkup with a medical professional. These experts can provide additional guidance on lifestyle adjustments that support healthy hormone levels and overall well-being. In the end, a calm and measured approach to everyday routines is very valuable. Taking time to understand the body's natural processes can help maintain both physical appearance and overall health. Even when natural habits lead to small, temporary changes, thoughtful lifestyle choices make a difference. It is important to know that these effects are generally subtle, and that careful attention to balance can help keep a steady, supportive hormone level over time. Thanks for watching. Like this video if you learned something new. It helps us understand what content serves you best.